the following presentation of the National Football League.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. After a great first week of football, what does week 2 have in store? The Commanders and the Packers underway on Thursday night primetime. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his 3rd season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, well, they would have been better served. Just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
He was defended by Dewan Bland.
To throw now. Here's Love. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. John Franklin Myers, his 2nd sack of the night.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Oh, look at the juke. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to put a drive together. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. To throw is Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Commanders...
In motion goes the tight end. Now Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 88 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Play action, now it's Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Robinson will try to pick it up. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Now Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now a second and 10.
Incomplete.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
The 47-yard line.
Love from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake, Love. Escaping the pressure right. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Brings up second down at the 14-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Being chased out left. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another Green Bay Packer.
Love, they go play action now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Love looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Love now. This is caught. Touchdown. Jaden Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things, and then your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Man open left side is Brown. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got room past the 30. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Daniels looking to throw. Finding Ertz here on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Brings up 2nd down at the Packers' 29-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To the air goes Daniels. Buying time to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And and it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Packers get set to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to pull off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
There's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. The Packers 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
That's another Green Bay Packer.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Gets around him. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. McManus now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Short throw. He's got Kraft. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Going back to Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. To throw now, here's Love. And to find the open man, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On play action. Love to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back around the 18-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Love. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
13 yards on the play.
Lifted to throw. Love. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
4-yard line.
The kick by McManus is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A final shot before break. Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen.
Our journey through the NFL starts now. NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans at home to take on Tampa Bay. And it's last year's leading rusher among rookies, Bucky Irving. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Bucs get a 2nd straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
34-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Daniels going to try to sneak, and he's going to have the Commanders first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And the Washington first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Corey Walker in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. I'll tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play action this time with Love. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Love looking to throw it. And Watson has it right side. Line of scrimmage to 36 on 2nd and 8.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Jacobs now. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards
off the play fake. Love. Towards the middle and caught by Musgrave. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. Nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26. And the Washington offense going back to work. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up second down.
Daniels looking to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
At the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And a Washington offense heading out. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing now is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards. 1st down, Washington.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37th. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They need to get it to the 30 for the 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Daniels. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Daniels going to throw for it. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Right side to Watson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second down and 4.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. The offense on third down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now this aired out deep for Reed. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
That's good for a Packers. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Not going to understand where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Daniels. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second.
To the air goes Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down, Commanders.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Daniels. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 4th down. Here's Daniels. And he's got his target. That's complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Jacobs. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 89 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any play. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Green Bay, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.